What is up, guys? It's TimeForDillon back at it again with another crypto video. Today, I'm super excited. I have none other than the famous JCrypto himself. How you doing, my man?
Dude, I appreciate that introduction, man. I'm doing great. You know, me and Dylan, we just got to chat for a few minutes, talk about this interview, and I'm so psyched to be here, man. Like, thank you for even like just asking me on. You know, I love collaborating with other content creators, so this is awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for answering the call and being willing to come on, show a little support
Anytime.
to the smaller
Yeah.
channels. Hey, that's very Cardano of you, my friend. No,
Yeah,
so
man.
to get
Yeah.
started, I just kind of wanted to ask you, how did you get started in the Cardano space? How did you get started on YouTube? How did JCrypto make his first mark?
Yeah, man. So I think man, there's so many ways to answer that. So I'll start with how did I start my YouTube first, and then I'll kind of get into why I chose Cardano. But yeah, man, I've been believing in the blockchain. I read my first blockchain book, I think in 2016. I skimmed through it. It was very technical. Didn't really I saw that it was coming. I didn't know how close it was. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
And then just a couple of years later, we had that bull run, 2017, 2018. We saw, things crash. And I remember like going through the process of opening up a Coinbase, right at like 10K on the ascending to 20K.
Yeah.
And I got so excited because I was like, dude, this is interesting. I just want to put some money into it. But I was just coming off of playing junior hockey and having my last year, so I just didn't. And I had most of my money in the stock market, so I looked and I just didn't have money to put into Bitcoin. Probably for the best because it went back down, and I bought in later at a much lower price. But yeah, man. So I was a believer in the blockchain. I started to get interested when I first saw DeFi. When I first saw yield farming on PancakeSwap, I was like, okay, there's applications being built on this. And then, I was doing real estate at the time, and real estate, it's a sales job. It teaches you a lot of soft skills, a lot of important skills. But at the end of the day, man, I wanted to learn about real estate and building wealth in a portfolio. And that's why I got into it. And I was a realtor. So it just probably wasn't what I truly wanted to do. And yeah, man. So then I just started. I think the first project I covered, I don't know if they're doing too well right now, but there was when you get into a project for the first time and you go into the Discord or the Telegram and you start knowing the admins because you're checking the updates and you put a little money in, and it's not some of those like top coins on Coinbase. This is like a degen kind of deal going on chain.
Yeah.
And like you think that what they're doing is cool, but it's like super speculative. So I think that was Bjorn.fi, and I still have my videos up. I sounded pretty bullish on them, but unfortunately a lot of things didn't work out. But I kept studying. I kept looking for like the latest like for that it was algorithmic stable coins, and just trying to understand how they really worked, reporting on them, talking about DeFi. And yeah, man, just while I was learning about all the DeFi stuff, because we had this DeFi summer, I call it, we had play to earn gaming, we had metaverses hit the scene, and just absorbing it all, and then yeah, I just back to your Cardano question, man. It was really when I saw the NFTs being put onto Cardano after already waiting for Cardano, after seeing Charles' whiteboard video.
Yeah, dude, that
I was like,
video, man.
And I remember hearing people still say back when Play Nations, I probably got them right around when they minted, just to give you context of when I started making content. It was like just a week after they minted was probably my first NFT Cardano video. And I covered them because I thought it was really interesting what they were doing with the community building side. And yeah, it's just now I have a DeFi background, I have a GameFi background, and I think that's why I'm excited for more stuff to come on Cardano, because I've already kind of gained a lot of fundamentals of what this stuff can do. I've learned you know, like what the difference is between EUTXO, what Ethereum's doing, and then the, you know, UTXO models, which is technical stuff. I won't get into that, but
Yeah, super technical.
I think, and I've said this before, man, I mean, I'm putting a lot of my eggs in the Cardano basket, if you will, because I just, you know, I just like their approach, and I think they've been slow on purpose, and they've gathered a lot of data, and they've peer reviewed everything, and people are saying they're slow, but dude, they've cross-checked their cross checks. Things are being built as we speak, and I'm excited to just, like, you know, with you and all the spaces that we do, just talk about this stuff as it's built, you know.
Exactly.
That's like why I do this, you know. I just freaking get a rush from seeing a new innovation. It's probably gonna fail if it's the first time that you see it, right? Because the first one's not always the best one, but I still like talking about the first one. And sometimes they do well for a few months, and then, you know, something else comes along. But I don't know, man, it's just cool trying to educate people and understand myself this stuff, you know.
Yeah. Hey, that's pretty awesome. You know, I didn't know that you were in real estate.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Yeah. So do you think that maybe that's why you're so interested in getting that land on Pavia? You think there's some correlation there?
I think so. You know, I just, I've met too many people that have built wealth through assets. Yeah. And I think understanding the difference between an asset and maybe a business where you have a lot of expenses and then you have to sell something to make revenue, it's a very, you know, I mean, businesses could be considered assets for sure, but I don't know, man, like just having your own home and having that multi-dimensional income stream and tax advantages. Yeah, I think that I am able to see maybe the potential in the metaverse land because I understand property ownership. I don't know. That's a good insight. I've never been asked that before, dude. You're making me think.
Hey,
dude, that's actually really cool, bro. I actually appreciate the fact that you just asked that, man.
Of course, like, man. You know, we gotta test new waters here in the Cardano space. We got JCrypto in the building, guys. Smash that like button, guys. Come on, let's get it. So let me ask you. So I know I've been looking at your channel. I love your content, bro. It's fantastic. You're so well spoken. Like those soft skills you were talking about in real estate, they're paying off, my friend. But let me ask you this. What do you think is going to be the breakthrough next generation thing on Cardano that's going to set it apart from every other blockchain? Why do you have all your eggs in this basket? What is it that really makes you believe in it?
Yeah. So honestly, I actually think the one thing that will make Cardano break through is because they have multiple things that are breakthrough events coming. You know, like for one example, you know, I'm a CA for Project Catalyst, and I just did that for the first time. You know, I didn't take a course or do anything. I studied all the material that they gave me, and I basically wrote reviews on proposals. And without getting too technical into Project Catalyst, it's just different, man. Like, not like blockchains don't have these like very decentralized communal ways to start initiatives. And the great thing about Project Catalyst is they have funding come from the Cardano fees. So it's never going to stop. And the other great thing about it is when a proposal, so say I want to start a project on Cardano and I just want to get an audit done, right? I could write a proposal, I could submit it to Catalyst, and if I do a good job and if the community likes my idea, then they'll give me a grant. So that means I won't ever have to pay it back. I'll just have to let them know kind of what I'm doing, so that way they can have data later on for evaluating and things of that nature to grow Catalyst. But it's completely community driven. So that's one thing that's interesting, because imagine, Dylan, and then the next things are obviously DeFi and Hallmark dApps, but imagine once we get DeFi and Hallmark dApps, you know, working, how many fees we're going to be generating. Like right now, the fund was, I think, 8 million, but dude, just wait. Like once we have even like a few of these dApps running and people are, you know, staking, liquidity pools, all that different jazz, bro, it's going to be like 60 million in a minute. And then it could be like 180 million. And that's a lot of money to put into the ecosystem. And that's so scalable, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking in a year from now and it's $1 billion. I don't know.
Seriously, man. Cardano,
per fund, by the way, per fund. That's I don't even know. I think that's every 2 months or something. Per fund, $1 billion. I mean, you know, that's kind of a crazy thing. And then the dApps, bro. Like, imagine once we have a compound in Aave, you know, Sunday Swap for us, or liquid finance for the lending side. That's going to attract people. They're going to have different functionality and utility that these other, you know, other blockchains just can't create yet. And I think that that's also going to be a breakthrough, man. I love your freaking questions, bro. I really do.
Hey, that's what's up, bro. Thank you so much for being willing to come on here and answer them, bro. That's what's up. I love you, bro, because you're just so genuine and you're just so open and you're willing to share. I love it. But yeah, you know, you talking about those dApps, that's something that I've been talking about on my channel for quite some time, man. Talking about Cardano and the price dropping right after the rollout of the smart contracts. And I just think people just had an unrealistic expectation of what was supposed to happen when that rolled out. And they thought, you know, 80,000 decentralized applications were going to be ready to rumble on day one. And I don't know. I just think when those,
I think that's fair, out, bro. That's a fair assessment.
Yeah, that's when the price is going to go up, man. Once we have a functional decentralized exchange and these decentralized applications that are working, oh man, I'm excited, bro.
Dude, I am too, bro. You know what's interesting about what you just said? And I don't think I've thought about it like this before, but when I was seeing that smart contracts, you know, were available on Cardano, I also had a probably unrealistic expectation, you know? I thought it was going to be quicker too. But then I started to talk to these developers and I started to get into Catalyst and I started to learn about why it's taking, you know, some time, and it really had to do with Plutus, and and then you dig deeper into Plutus and why they're choosing, you know, to operate on Plutus. And then, you know, they're explaining that it solves all these other issues that will come up in the future. And the reason why it's taking longer is because people don't know Plutus. Like it's a newer, it's kind of like a newer thing to learn. So like finding developers that know like Haskell and Plutus, it's just a little bit undersaturated. So I mean, when you have undersaturated devs, even though the ideas are there, the theses are there, the data is there to say it will work, you still need the manpower to get it going. So I think you're right, man. I think a lot of us had these unrealistic expectations, myself included. And it wasn't until I started to educate myself on what the heck is going on that now I see, okay. And maybe that's why I'm also putting my eggs into Cardano too, because like, I just like, as long as I get an answer on why, I'm fine. Like if I believe in something, I'm going to dig into it until I don't believe into it. And so far I've been digging into Cardano more and more and more. And I just, every time they have an answer for me. So I don't know, man.
Exactly. And you know what, man? I think what you're talking about right now, you know, devs taking their time to do things right, I think that just encapsulates the entire Cardano experience. That's the Cardano mentality, brother. You know, let's take our time and do it right. You know?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. It's good things take time, man. Good things take time, bro.
Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. Exactly.
You're gonna have bumps, you're gonna have challenges, but good things take time, man.
Exactly. Well, JCrypto, thank you so much for joining us today. You are a true legend. That was fantastic. Everything that you shared with us today, man, just your insight. This is why you're one of the best Cardano NFT creators in the space, my friend.
Yeah, so, bro. Dude, I appreciate you, Dylan. And if you ever want to come back on or do some kind of other collab, bro, like I know BitBoy has like a few creators all at once. I think that'd be kind of cool for us to do and like have a few topics or something like you just did, man. Those were great topics.
Let's do it, brother.
And I could come with some too and just like we could talk about them too. That would be really fun, man.
Dude, stole the words right out of my mouth, my friend. But yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All you guys watching, make sure you go follow JCrypto's channel. I'll make sure to link it down in the description. I'm sure you guys probably already subscribed. So if not, go like all these videos and resubscribe, guys. Resubscribe. No, but thank you guys so much. You guys have a beautiful night wherever you guys are. Dylan is out.